to another episode of the Stack and Nat Show. I'm National Johnson. Here's my man, Edward Smokestack Scott.
How you doing?
As you can see,
Why are you whispering?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
You know? Well, maybe it's a little low. We're in a new venue right here, folks.
Well, it's not a new venue.
Well, it's not. We're the next door to Daly's Pub. We're actually in Johnny's Italian restaurant.
Fine
Restaurant. Nice menu and everything. This place is dynamite.
It's awesome.
Stack. I've never been over here before.
I'm very surprised. Johnny has really surprised me.
He's awesome. I mean, these people are so nice to us. As you can see, I'm sporting my National Daily shirt that they bought for
What's
us.
your say on the back?
On the back it says Corey. You can't see that. They got my man Ed
I got one. Yeah.
Smokestack Scott on the back, so they know
Right.
the show's picking up steam. Everybody knows about it. That's why we do it for the
And
fans.
we're here. This is almost the eve of our Super Bowl. It's Tuesday night. It's damn near 11 o'clock. We're supposed to be in bed,
Right.
but
Yeah,
we have an obligation to our fans.
to you,
To
right? To
put this show
to
on.
put it on. Before I jump into the NFL stuff, take a little whirl around the world of sports. We have the World Cup going on
Right.
in Brazil. U.S.
USA.
They got a win yesterday
Ghana.
over Ghana. Very exciting
I
game.
think Spain beat Mexico today.
Well, back to the USA game. They scored in the 88th minute.
Right.
Great game. So they won, looking good there. I want to also send out condolences to. I don't know. I'm growing up at one of my favorite players,
Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn.
Really?
Yeah,
He was only 54 years old.
Number 19.
Stack is older than Tony Gwynn.
I know. That's crazy.
It is nuts.
But number 19, I always had like a little.
His son's on the team.
Well, Phillies, right. Number 19, he wore. That's my number. When I played basketball and football, that's always the number. In rec leagues, I use 19. I always like guys with 19.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Tony Gwynn, Mr. Padre, Mr. San Diego. That was a shocker to me.
Let's see what else is going.
Really, Spurs
Wow.
took care of business. I'm a Spurs fan, as some of you might know.
Of course,
He
he's
did
always jumping on the bandwagon.
On the front runner, yeah, that's what they want to say.
Winning the awards.
Hey. But the Spurs took care of business, took care of the Heat in 5 games. In hockey, LA Kings in 5 games took care of the New York Rangers. So hockey's out, basketball's out.
Awesome game.
We got the World Cup going on, and then we'll be back in the NFL football, which
Very
is our
soon.
true passion. But enough of that, folks. We love talking about the sports, but we're here because of electric football,
It's
miniature football.
June 17th.
Is it June?
Damn near 11 o'clock at night. The eve.
Well, not the eve, not yet the eve, but
It's almost the eve.
It's almost. Our Super Bowl will be in a few days, Saturday.
Right.
But before we even go any further, we're going to turn the clocks back. We're going to go to the AFC Championship game. Ben Creasy Daniels versus our first ever traveling coach, Damon Lucas. I want to give a shout out to
First
him.
ever traveling coach from Detroit.
Traveling.
LA.
Well, true traveling where
True,
he had
yeah.
to fly in.
Road warrior.
Yeah. The guys from Maryland, we ain't calling that traveling.
Okay.
I mean, we
they have
done
trouble
that.
getting up here.
No, they make it. But Damon has been a true traveler. He's in Detroit. He's in a
He wins the Road Warrior Award for this year.
Yes, absolutely. But that guy made it to the championship.
So let's go back to the game. The game was played 2 Saturdays ago, right?
Yeah, about 2 Saturdays, maybe 3 Saturdays ago. Oh, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Darren Germani
Wow.
for winning the Bama Blast. I was out there. That was he beat Well, his fellow I-95 league coach, Will Chalmers, you know, Will plays with us in the NFL. So
They were in the finals.
it was in the final.
Wow.
Great game. I was there. I watched it. Dave Nichols, if you watch Stack with Nat show, I want to give you a big round of applause. Clap it up. You guys do a great job out there. I love it. I was glad that I got finally a chance to get out there and see what the Bama Blast was all about. Jemani, great job, buddy. So that was like maybe 2 weeks ago. We're going to go back a few weeks ago to wherever it was. Damon versus Creasy. Patriots versus Colts. Everybody knows Creasy's undefeated. Damon came into Indianapolis, and the game started with Damon getting the ball. He called a run off the break. Dude scored. I think it was number 22, Ridley, off the break. That game was in the first half. Damon seemed like he had control. It was always like Creasy kind of like trying to catch up to him. In the second half, Creasy made some great adjustments. I don't know, offensively, he kind of opened up his offensive playbook, and he was scoring. He was more on the attack, and that game was on UStream. You guys can check it out either on our UStream or our YouTube, Philly in the NFL. But it was a great game.
Epic.
Epic
Game. Best of the best.
Base talent was
Battle of first gens.
first gens, first runs.
First
right.
run, first gen.
A lot of talent. I tell you what, I did not realize Damon was that good of a passer. I was shocked at some of the passes that guy was able to complete in that game. It was amazing.
Game went down to the final moments.
Went down to this right. Like I say, it was a lot of back and forth. Damon, he started off with a run, but then all his other touchdowns, I think, were passes. Creasy, with his short passing game, hitting backs out the backfield, was able to control the clock. But like Stack said, the game came down with Damon having the ball. He took a bad sack, man. In a Philly NFL rule set, your quarterback can fade back no more than 20 yards. Once you pass that 20-yard barrier, completely, yeah, it's a sack. And that's what Damon did on like third down. He was in close. He was about maybe at the 15-yard line.
He took the sack, or Creasy took the sack.
No, Damon took the sack.
Right,
this is the last
which
drive.
made it longer than.
Right. I think his line of scrimmage was down at the 30-yard line.
30, 35.
35, yeah.
Right.
Because he took a 20-yard barrier sack. So
field goal wouldn't have done it.
No, he was down.
Okay.
The score at the time was 22-17.
Right.
And he had the ball. So then we're at fourth down. He set, turn the board on. He stops and he's got a guy at the 10-yard line. His quarterback must have been at the 50-yard line or maybe further on one of Creasy's big board.
Nailed it.
He nailed it. Like I said, that pass.
But Creasy kept guys.
That pass flew maybe like 50 yards
in the air.
In the air.
If it was a blue stick, it would have been 2 blue sticks, right?
Right. We were playing stick pass.
If it was ball on the string, it would have been some long string.
It would have been long string. It would have been the guitar string.
Right.
He hit the pass, but Creasy had dropped 2 safeties back into the end zone.
Right.
So Damon completed the pass at the 10-yard line.
Not just any 2 safeties.
First run.
Speed demons.
Yeah. Speed pro lines. They were first run.
Did they run straight? On a frozen rope.
Did they run fast?
Blazing fast.
And they were strong.
And strong.
What else do you need?
That's it.
That's it. That's the holy grail. That's the holy grail.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Damon hits the pass. Guys at the 10. Creasy's guys at the back of the end zone. So now, folks, it's high drama. Creasy turns his 2 safeties. Switch is turned on. They come out. tackle him at the 2-yard line.
Like that play in the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
NFL Super Bowl. NFL Super Bowl.
NFL Titans game. Remember that? The Rams and the Rams?
That was more than a couple years ago. That was like 99. Yeah, that was a long
But it was
time.
epic. It was that kind of.
Yeah, it was a 1 yard. Right.
Let's go back a little bit. Creasy Ford had some white rope
silicone
around the edge. So when he put his safeties back,
yeah, they didn't have to touch the wall.
So if they would have,
well, he might have still got him at the 1
on a
yard.
regular board that had wood all the way on the back end. Once when that play ran, the safeties would have hit the wall, and they would have been off the field. It would have been off the field of play.
Completely off.
They would have had to touch the wall
when he turned.
Right.
Yeah, when he pivoted.
On this play, because they were still in the field of play.
Yeah, they was
so
on silicone.
I think
he got the advantage of being a yard. Maybe he got a yard out of that. So that
he was able to freely move them while they were in bounds.
Right, but
Instead
like
of
I
having
said,
their back
maybe
to the
another.
wall.
It would have been another yard.
Right.
The silicone was probably a
Doesn't
yard
matter.
thick.
They came out of there.
They came out like
Jason
hell.
and the Argonauts.
Oh yeah, they came out.
And so that was it.
Made a wall.
Right.
But back to that play. Creasy let out a yell and jumped up. It kind of reminded me of the
Andrew Rohr.
A little bit of Andrew Rohr, a little bit of the Adrian Baxter leap over in Harrisburg when he put.
Creasy jumped.
He jumped.
I give him, combine high score for the vertical jump. He did at least 32 inches.
Well, yeah, right. I give him the American Russian judge gives him like 9.2 on the landing. He jumped. He was excited
because he knew he was going back to the Super Bowl.
He knew, well,
who did he beat the first round of the? Well, actually, he had a bye first round.
Well, he had a bye.
His
first game was Norris.
Okay, he beat. So he had to go through Norris.
7-0, tough game.
And then he got through.
And he got to the championship and he played Damon Lucas.
Okay, so that's what brought him here.
Yeah,
okay,
so
that was awesome.
Like, that championship game was epic. Like I said,
that's still on YouTube.
Ustream, YouTube. If you guys want to watch it, like I said, it was a great game. It was epic. Damon showed improvement. That guy can ball. So like I say, Creasy won. He advanced to the Super Bowl. Stack, what takes us to Saturday. This past Saturday. Just passed.
Ephraim had won
NFC
2 weeks ago, but because you were going away, you couldn't play.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so.
I couldn't play the next week because I was in Bama.
Okay.
So I pushed it back. I kind of pushed it back, hoping to get my white team done up.
Trying to get retooled for the game, but it didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. I mean, I wanted to have my white team.
It
wasn't ready.
Tweaked up?
It wasn't. No, I didn't take no team to Bama.
You didn't take your box to Bama?
No, whatever. No, I played whatever I had. Didn't practice at all.
As you know, box.
Out of box. As you know, I was in Atlantic City, working in Atlantic City.
Yeah. I remember texting him during the week saying, by the time you get back, there ain't gonna be time.
It won't be time. I mean, like I said,
you're basically gonna show up to that game.
I came back from Bama.
Right.
Had to go to work the next day. I was tired of driving that hour and a half drive back to AC. I said, I'm gonna just get a room at the casino at Harris.
That's right.
Stayed out there. I tried doing a little bit of stuff, but no excuses.
So let's get to the game.
Right. Ephraim with the Saints. I'm the number 2 seed. Ephraim's the number 4 seed.
Right. So you were 13-3, and he was 10-6.
Right.
But
he had already won 2 playoff games.
Right.
Where I had won one. I beat Keith.
Right.
He had beat Jamie and then shut out Al, which was very, very impressive.
So he was on a high note. So this had all the elements of a good game, and you were the home team.
I was the home team.
And the game was played this past Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You had a pretty good write-up of it, so why don't you give us a 2-minute version of it, since it's running a little late here.
Right, well...
obviously you're not moving.
I won the flip.
Right.
And deferred. And I tell you, Ephraim hit. Boom, 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 pass, score.
Before the Ustream could even get warmed up. In fact, we even missed the first minute or so.
He was in the end zone.
He was in.
And got 2-point conversion.
Wow.
I was down 8-0.
We worried?
A little bit. I was like, I gotta slow this guy down. He sets up as fast as anybody I've ever played. I thought it was William Chalmers. But he sets up faster than William. So
what if you turn around and turn your head?
You're done. You're done.
You can't turn around
Can't
in
turn
the
around.
box.
You got to head on the swivel. He is fast. Kid's
Really?
only 16 years old,
Right.
okay? 16 years old.
Quick set.
It's like
Quicker
an
than
eagle.
Al Harvey?
Oh, yeah. Big Al like molasses.
Like Myron said.
Yeah. He can set up.
So that's
So
the first
8
challenge.
nothing. That's it. So I get the ball. I break off. You know, I saw from the game with Joe Greco. I seen some chinks in that defense. I went outside to my left.
Outside?
Went outside. My little black base.
Right.
Speed down.
So,
Black speed
but
down.
he didn't go to the house.
He didn't. I wish he would have.
Right.
You're right.
You did.
Stack. He
Later
went.
on, you
he
had
got to
another,
the 15. He got to the
break them off
15.
again later.
And
Then what happened?
that guy went to the 15, which was a big play. I think it was like a 60-yard run off
What
the
happened?
break.
Did you get in the red zone? Did you score?
He girded up. I
Girded.
think I missed a pass. Anyway,
There was
I got the
mistakes on
fourth
that drive.
It was some mistakes here, a couple plays. Well, anyway, I go for a field goal attempt and
Field goal?
kicking's for girls. What is it, soccer? You know, at this point, I'm like,
Did you
I got to
make it?
get points. No, I missed it. Now he takes the ball over.
Oh, turnover.
He takes the ball over where I kicked it from. I think it was the 29-yard line. Kid, boom, 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 passing.
How accurate
Like,
is he? I saw
surgeon. Surgeon like.
I saw a couple. When you were watching the tape, you could see the ball hit the guy in the torso under the armpit, and the figure shakes.
Yeah,
there
shake.
was no white
If,
fur
is, and
blur or anything
nothing.
like that.
It was
His
boom.
shots were.
Oh, it was shaking the man. I want
Dead
to check that football. That football
You
got
might have
lead.
lead in there, yeah. I wonder
But-
why after every play he dives
You
across
see
the
it?
floor looking for his ball.
he was
Stop,
he
don't
jumped
move.
right. That's
He's
the first
looking
thing.
for
At
that
that point, he's
ball.
looking for
Yeah.
that ball. Something is up with that ball.
Exactly.
But that's for another story.
Right.
Okay,
Magic
shaking him in.
ball.
He took over after the missed field goal.
Scored again.
He comes out, boom, boom, passing like laser like
Oh.
accuracy. He scores again.
Went for
But
two again.
Went for two again.
Oh,
I
Lord. Now
stopped
it's
him.
16-0.
No,
So
I
you
stopped
stopped
him.
him.
So now we at
14.
8, 14 nothing.
8 minutes, 9 minutes, something like that.
Left
You need
in
time.
left in a half.
You need to get some points on the board.
And I get the ball. I start matriculate. I see it's kind of, folks. You lose a tough game like that, you block it out. Okay, like Stack said, today is Tuesday night.
He's
It's
just starting
late.
to come around.
It's Saturday.
He could,
I forget, but anyway, I know I was getting the ball at the half. I was trying to score, and it didn't happen. I don't know if I held on the ball or if he got the ball back, but halftime score was 14-0 with the Niners getting the ball back.
14. Now
14-0. It was a struggle. And I tell you one thing. I want to. Usually when I play a game, the peanut gallery, everybody's there. I feel the heat. I feel like everybody there is wanting me to lose.
You were like, Jesus.
Carrying the burden of the cross. It was
that bad.
It's always bad.
Why?
But I don't know.
They just hate you.
They just hate.
Right.
But no, Saturday, I felt love. Everybody seemed like everybody wanted me to win that game. I got calls, I got texts, I got email all week leading up to that game. It was like, you could do it, you could do it. You know, I guess nobody wanted a father-son Super Bowl.
Right.
So I felt the love. I mean, I got a call. You know, Darrell Bavard called me at halftime. He was like, "Dude, what are you doing? You know what you got to do." And I was like, "I know." He was like, "You playing bump and run?" I was like, "Dude, I was thinking the same thing." Had to back my cornerbacks up, and you know, that's what I did in the second half. Well, anyway, I started off with the ball. Second half. Right. I moved down, you know, missing passes. Really, my passing is really shaky right now. I'll hit some, miss two, hit one, miss two, sneak a couple runs in there. And I remember Kenny King was our ref for the game, and he was like, I think it was like a fourth down pass. It was a long pass. It was a tough pass. And he didn't say nothing then. But I think it was T.O. My red base was open. Boom, hit it, no doubt about it. And Kenny said, your season was on the line on that pass. And I kind of looked at him and chuckled. Was like, yeah, I know. It was fourth down.
Did he get it first?
Yeah, got the first. Got the first.
And he took it
was able to prolong the drive
in that second half too. But I never saw the coin flip.
No, the fumble happened. I think on the kickoff. Right at the kickoff, I fumbled on the return.
On the second half.
Second half, right? I fumbled, but I recovered.
Oh, you recovered. But then there was another fumble in that second half. But I never saw the coin flip or anything.
No, well, Ephraim thought I rolled out and I stopped the board.
It wasn't.
And it was, that was a sack play. Yeah, that wasn't a fumble.
It wasn't a fumble.
And I said throw it away and pick my man up. He thought that his guy was on him.
Okay.
You know, not to get into a long story, but I score, make it, kick the extra point, 7-14. Ephraim gets the ball. He comes down, you know, I'm holding the third or fourth sometimes. He comes down, he gets to my 1 yard line. I hold up. I girded my loins. I was fighting with everything I had to hold that kid out. I had to keep him out. And it was a close pass where Kenny called it incomplete. I thought it was incomplete. Ephraim thought he hit it. Of course, his dad was there.
Right.
You know, a lot of people said, you know, you should have played him when his dad played Damon.
Right.
So then his dad couldn't be there. It was like Superman Clark Kent. You know, I had to play both of them. Creasy was in the background.
So did you hit the pass? What happened?
He missed it.
Okay.
I guess he was,
it or you missed it?
No, Kenny. This was and he had the ball. He missed
the pass.
Ephraim missed the pass.
Okay, so now you get the ball.
But he thought he hit it, but the guy never moved. All his passes moved the guy. So on fourth down, I sack him. I let out a roar. I let out an Andrew roar. Deep from the gut, it came up.
Game of Thrones type of roar.
So now I got the rock, and I'm moving down the field.
How much time
I break off a run. We under 2 minutes.
That's right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I break off a run. I get down to the 15.
The game is in sight. What were you trying to do? Tie it?
Well, when I first got the ball, I think it was 5 minutes, 6 minutes left in the game. And I'm looking, I'm like, you know, I wanted to score, but I'm thinking in my mind, like, I'm not sure if I can stop him. I can't score too early. So at some point, I started slowing down. And I was like, I'm going to slow this game down. This is going to be the last, possession, you know. I'm going to win or lose this game here. And I get down to about, you know, it's 15 or 12 yard line with a run. That black base, my Garrison Hurst broke outside. I wish he would have went, but he didn't. You know, he didn't go to the house.
Right.
Now I got the ball, and he gets a big sack on third down. He lets out an Andrew roar.
Right.
You know, trying to like mock me, my roar. You know, I wanted to slap him.
Right.
You know, he let out a roar.
Fourth down.
Now it's fourth down. It's like 20 seconds left in the game. Almost thought of kicking a field goal going onside.
Right.
But I felt confident. I said, I know I can get somebody open.
Oh, yeah. This is the one where you had it wide open.
So Dwight Clark gets wide open.
God, yeah.
I mean, I get that pass
100 times this year. Same pass.
Same pass. It wasn't tough, Stan.
No,
it wasn't
only
tough.
Like a 15-yarder.
Maybe 15, 20 tops.
Weren't throwing over anybody.
No.
Weren't throwing between.
Direct line. You, who was working?
The camera.
The camera.
Right.
I got down. You got the iPad up in close, and we were playing in front of the window, and it was dark. I was like, yo, you got to move, So I had to come back up, had to reset. You found another spot. It was still dark. So I kind of reset it 2 or 3 times before I actually got to throw the pass. You know, some guys would say that screwed you up. I still should have hit the pass.
You hit it. You missed a couple other passes during the game. It was
easy. I mean, I could have won.
There were other. You did.
Ephraim missed 2 passes all game. He threw every play just about.
He probably went like 16 for 18.
18, right. Yeah. I would say 18 for 20. You know, he might have had a couple throwaways. He physically missed 2. He might have had some throwaways in there. So, he was on fire. Me, so. But that pass, folks, I missed it I
felt wouldn't have won the game, but it would have.
Well, I would have tied it because I would have had 7 or go for 2. I was going for 2.
But then he got the ball back and almost scored again.
Nah, that was window dressing. Yeah. That was 20 seconds. We were just lining up. He was marching. Nah, that was just. He downed it. I mean, he had the ball.
What the game would the fans have said if they would saw a score and it said 20-7?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
The score.
People don't want to hear the story.
Well, they ain't got to hear the story. It was on Ustream. It was being broadcast. We have viewers.
But if you didn't see it and someone told you, you're walking down the street, and they said 21-7 Corey lost, they'd be like, damn.
It don't matter. Score. You gotta know, right. Box score.
But the
game was in. It was a dog fight. I missed the pass. I tell you, I felt like crying.
Well, yeah. Let me.
Go ahead.
The game's over. You shook his hand. You were a gentleman. You were a gracious loser, and even in a win. But let me tell you, folks, the Niner gloves never came out of the box. The train wasn't set up.
What about the sneaks? I forgot about the sneaks. I forgot about it.
We were thinking of taking his shoelaces after that game. He was on watch.
Right.
I brought him to the bar. I pulled out a cigar out of a box I just brought. I said, Corey, look, this is for you. Win or lose, I have this cigar for you. It's Saturday. Here you go. No, I can't smoke this.
No, I ain't having.
I tried to buy him a drink. He wouldn't take the drink. I tried to buy him food. He couldn't keep anything down.
Had no appetite.
He couldn't keep anything down.
The finality of it
just made him sick. The
Stack,
thought of food.
Stack, you don't know. You don't make the playoffs, but it's the finality of it. Your season's over probably by week 10.
Now this has happened before, but this one was just. It was like a present wrapped up, and everyone knew it was your present. It's under the tree. It's the biggest present under there, and all you had to do was go under there and claim it. And it didn't happen.
It's the finality of it. You feel devastated.
Right.
It's over. You play on. We play 30. We got 32 teams. We play a 16-game schedule.
And now the big game's coming.
Right.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But if anyone knows the opponent going into the Super Bowl.
Right. Well, like I said, all right, folks. The two championship winners, Ben Daniels, in the AFC, Ephraim Daniels in the NFC.
Father and son.
Father and son.
First time ever.
First time ever in this league, folks.
First time anywhere.
This is the Stack with Nat show. Probably might be right. You just heard the recap of the NFC, AFC championship games. We'll be back to preview the Super Bowl.
The big dance.
The big dance. Super Bowl, what is it? 16.
The granddaddy of them all.
That's it.
17 years in existence.
16 Super Bowls, right. 1 year we didn't have a Super Bowl. That's what the difference. This league is actually older than Ephraim. Okay, 17. That kid's only 16. He's 16 playing in the 16th Super Bowl.
Wow.
So I hope he steps up. But like I say, we're going to be back, folks. Okay? Welcome back, folks, to the Stack with Nat show. Again, a little different scenery, backdrop than some of our other shows. We are in the same, I guess, building, right, Stack? But we're over here in Johnny's fine Italian restaurant. Upstairs in the pub, pool room where we're usually at, was a little stuffy today.
A little steamy. Today
in the city of brotherly love, we had like 90-something degree weather.
It was 90 when I came home.
Yeah, it was hot.
After 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
We over here in the AC. This place is beautiful.
Awesome.
Like I say, the fans is watching from Philly. You might want to take your girl or your wife out.
I highly recommend.
Highly.
I looked at the menu. The prices are reasonable.
Very reasonable.
It's
a fine Italian restaurant.
You really have to take a chance to come over here.
I mean, you guys, we usually in the pub, the bar part.
It's not the same.
But it's not the same. This is quiet. We're over here by ourselves.
Understated, not over the top. Nice.
It's beautiful. It's like old school. That's what Johnny explained it as. So
like your grandmother's house or something. For the holidays.
Right. That's nice.
Like a potpourri smell going.
Like I say, you guys, David L. or the Jamies or whoever.
Whatever. Yeah, we got lovers
Healy's.
in the house.
Right.
That's where you want to
You
come.
might want to come here and try the restaurant. What we call it there? What's that word we're looking for?
Patronize.
Patronize.
Exactly.
They take care of us, folks here. A lot of
So
guys,
let's-
leagues around the world,
So let's
around the
talk a little
country.
bit about the height.
I mean, but hold on, they don't have a place. We have actually
True.
two
We have
places.
two venues.
We have
We
two
are
venues,
blessed.
and
Yeah.
Johnny goes out of his way to.
And I never,
make sure.
I feel bad because I never really checked out his property. And I knew sometimes when we're having games, there's tournaments going, there could be a bridal shower, a party, politicians, do a
Yeah.
little thing. And I just thought it was just, ham and egg kind of stuff going over here. But let me
Nah.
tell you,
It's
there
top
is
notch.
so much room over here.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
How about that other room in the back? Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just
like I
like-
say, fans, you come to Philly, we'll show it to you. Like I say,
Right.
Johnny treats us like part of the
Yeah.
family,
It's-
and that's that. Like I said, we're here. It's my man, Smokestack Scott. I'm National. And we're a few days away from the big
Let's
game.
talk about the
Super Bowl. Super Bowl 16.
What?
Super Bowl 16.
Say what?
We got, say who, say what?
16 years?
Right. Actually, 17 years that the league been going on. This
Wow.
is the 16th Super Bowl.
How do you do it?
I don't know. We keep rolling, like I say.
And you had a so this week's about you have a list of things to do. We kind of fall into the same. There's
Yeah,
things
yeah.
to
We got,
do.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
got, we got almost
little
over like a routine.
Yeah.
Then we get the trophies in.
Here we are.
get
It's
the
Tuesday
menu.
night, damn near 11 o'clock.
Midnight.
We're
It's
at
past.
Johnny's. We're taping a show.
11 o'clock.
But it wasn't just taping a show. There was stuff to do. Today I was busy. Corey's like, write the story, get the pamphlet ready.
Yeah, we got the program. Yeah, it's a lot
Program,
of
got
work.
trophies, the menu planning. This isn't just show up
No.
and play a game.
No, this is
It's a production.
it's a production. Yeah, actually, absolutely.
And it's got a.
And we produce it that way. We promote it that way. It's not just one game. It's actually a celebration of a long, hard season. All the fellowship, and we do it in grand style, folks. I've been to many different events, and I take a little piece of each one. I bring it back here to Philly and try to incorporate it into our show. So we're looking forward to it.
So let's talk a little bit about what's in front of us. We've got. Last year we had two teams that finished the regular season 15-1.
Right,
This
the regular
year-
season, right.
Ben Creasy Daniels 16-0. Ephraim finished 10-6, and if you recall, maybe about 3 or 4 stack with Nat shows, we almost had him.
Yeah, I think
Planning.
I had him in the wild card. I think.
But we. you
Right,
know,
he was yeah.
He was dead.
He was dead in the water. The kid got hot.
Fast forward to today, the net records now. Creasy was 18-0 because he had a bye and he won 2
Yeah,
playoff
2 games. Yeah, divisional championship.
And Ephraim
Won
won
3.
3
Wild
more
card,
on
wild
top
card,
of
divisional
winning 10
championship.
games in the regular
He's
season. So he
13-6.
finished 13-6.
The kid
19
is hot.
games.
The
He's
kid is hot. He is
He's
hot.
So
He's
if
one-
anyone can give us, a 30-second, high level view, it's got to be you. You saw him up close and in person.
Right, he knocked me out of the playoffs last year.
So he's your nemesis.
He is. I haven't beat him. I'm 0-3 against him. He beat me last year right here. We were in the pub, in Daly's pub, and he beat me this year.
But
Same
he's
type
got
of
some
thing.
weaknesses. I mean,
Well, you beat him.
he
I
had
mean,
6
yeah.
losses. Even a
Greco.
broken clock is right twice a day. That's
Well,
how
like I
beat
said,
him.
his advantage is his speed of setting up his pressure. It's almost like a fast break offense. He's an excellent passer, but you keep it close.
His
And the
defensive
clock,
schemes are
he'll
good too.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But he'll melt down. You put him under the pressure of the bright lights.
Is that what you think if there was a weakness, you're saying
Well, that's one of the
Pressure?
reasons. Yeah, the pressure and
some
clock
say his
management.
clock management,
Yeah, that's the pressure.
and he's
Clock
kind of
management.
impetuous. He gets something in his mind, and
He's
he'll
tunnel
against,
vision.
against the grain. Like there was one point in your game, he should have kicked the field goal at
Right.
the end. He went for it, and he didn't get it, and that's
Cost him. Right. That's when I got the ball. Right.
If he would have put another 3 points on the
Oh,
board,
the game would have been over.
it would have been
Yeah,
and he
but
didn't do that. That was kind of traditional,
Well,
non-traditional way.
Right. He's
playing.
hard headed.
But
He won 7.
all right, so now he's going up against
His dad, Mr. Undefeated.
Some
Mr.
say
Perfect.
this is going to be.
A bloodbath. Some say it's going to be a demolition. And I'm almost agreeing with him.
And some that have to travel are saying, well, 495 is down. The game's going to be a blowout anyway. Why should I make the trek? I know the outcome. Well, folks, sometimes things change. Okay?
Right.
You never know in the NFL.
You never know. What did we say? Any given day. I mean, there's a chance. I mean, the passing advantage definitely goes to Ephraim. He's one of the top passers in the league. But just about every other intangible, every other aspect of the game goes to Creasy. I'm predicting Creasy to win.
Give me a score.
I'm going to say 22-8 maybe, something like that. I don't think he's going to embarrass his son.
22-8. That's close to my score. I said Stack's prediction 27-8, and I say 8 because his proclivity to go for 2 points.
I say it might get.
I'm giving him at least 1 touchdown he'll get. So that's why we both said 8. So we're giving him 1 score.
Yeah, I give him 1 score, right?
But not 2.
No, I don't see.
And I think the score will be below 30, because anything more than that.
What's the over/under? So what's the over?
Creasy's going to have to answer to his wife, Ephraim's mother, that you beat up on my poor son.
Okay.
Have a good night. So I think, I'm not saying he's going to show mercy, but I think the game's going to be a little bit closer than most people think.
Right.
It'll be entertaining. And beyond that, it's Philly NEFL Super Bowl.
Right. Well, we got the food, we got the buffet going. I mean, so
how many
much
people
other
know
stuff.
about it? From Harrisburg
all across
to
the
the
country.
Midwest, West Coast, Southeast,
everybody.
Texas.
It was on the MFCA site. It's on our Facebook site.
It flashes up and it's like
Yeah.
a tournament. It
Yeah,
flashes
it is.
on the screen like a tournament.
At the MFCA.
It's just our Super Bowl.
What's a big deal? We got 32 teams. Then that for
So
another 12. So it's a big
It's got
deal.
a lot of eyes on it.
It does.
Okay.
It's one of the prestigious leagues around, and to win it means something. And Creasy's on the verge of greatness.
Father
far
and
as-
son. Let's
far
talk
as
a little
our
bit
league.
about that.
But no, let's talk about back-to-back. That hasn't been done since Mark Thompson days.
Well, no, let's go even a little bit, drill down a little further. 15-1 last year. That means he had to win 2 more games. He was probably number 1 seed. So 17-1 plus
Well, listen.
18-0. That means he's won
Listen,
35
15
games.
and 1. We gave him a forfeit loss. He hasn't
Right,
won loss on the field
Right, I know
in
that.
over
I know
2
that.
years.
I didn't talk about that in my
Right.
story.
That's good. Right.
But I know that. So he's basically undefeated on the field.
Right. He's on.
But think about just that number of wins. 35 wins over the last 2 years.
Right.
Divide that by 2. That means he's averaging 17, 18 wins with no losses. And when we talk about the AFC opponents he had buys, but that was a pretty good cast of people in that AFC.
He did.
Right.
Norris, and then he beat Damon Lucas. So he's been battle tested.
Yeah.
But
So
I think-
what's
I
his
think-
formula? What is he? Of all, and you've been around a long time, as long as I have. Looking at his body
I
of work,
played him.
knowing that he's only been in this hobby 4 or 5 years,
He maximizes his talents.
the ability to learn and
He
comprehend,
Well, he maximizes what he does
right?
and imposes his will on the other team. He plays a great defense to start off with.
Okay.
His offense is pretty limited, but he knows what he can do,
Yeah.
and he sticks to it.
Right. He
So,
doesn't short to intermediate passes.
Yes.
He's not going to go for the long ball.
No, he doesn't. And
Okay.
he keeps that run. He keeps that pressure on your line on the, in the trenches. He
What
keeps
about the
that on.
strength?
It's right there. What's the word? You the big word guy. His strength is there. He ain't gonna be.
Formidable.
He won't be pushed around.
You're not going to push him.
No, you won't push him.
You're not going to get giblet.
No, you won't get up in there. You won't get up in his gym.
Who-
And amazingly,
who
his
prefers-
son is playing with his knockoff bases,
Mm.
the bases he didn't want,
Right.
and he took that team and put them in the Super Bowl. That shows you the quality of coaching that his son Ephraim has. That he took bases that his dad didn't want, and now he's in the Super Bowl. So
That's
you know,
scary.
that is. I mean, that kid's only 16. He can get better and.
He had a receiver in your game that I hadn't seen all year. This guy was lights out, getting open.
17, I think. Meacham.
He was awesome. Every time he turned around, he was
He was
open.
He had a good scheme.
So
I made some.
what are
Bad
folks saying
plays.
in the area about the game? I mean, they think it's going to be.
Well, maybe we got to put a pool up. Maybe we'll put a pool. See what
There's
people are
been
thinking.
there's been a story. I'm just going to bounce it off of you, not to belabor the point, but there was concern that Ephraim, maybe was afraid. He was going into the playoffs. He didn't want to think about winning out because then he knew he'd have to play his dad.
Mhm.
But do you think that's going to be a factor? Or is it this whole?
Probably. I don't know. I don't see him beating him. Maybe.
Well,
he got
maybe
that,
not. But I mean, it could be a competitive game. It could. He could.
Could be. I like I say, 22-7. I think Creasy wins it. With the ball, with the clock running out.
Yeah. And the big thing is back to back.
Back to back. That's huge. I haven't had a back to back champion
Right.
in
And
about
then-
10 years.
so that's
or
2 in a row, and you got 5 fingers. You'll have 2
Which-
rings.
with a chance to win more.
And in the next 3 years, he could win 3 more.
Absolutely.
Easy.
He's top notch. He's one of the best in the country. So that's our Super Bowl. Like I said, we'll be here.
Gonna have some
Deli's
food.
Public food. Thanksgiving in the summer.
Right.
We're gonna have food. We're gonna have a block pool. We're gonna have a 50-50 going on. We got a lot of stuff going on, folks. If you're in the area, if it's not too far, the address here is 4201 Comley Street. It's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Zip is 19135. This is something you do not want
And the
to
weather's
miss.
going to be good. It's a
Yes.
little rainy during this week. It's supposed to
70s,
rain,
right?
but it's going to
Mid-70s.
be in the mid-70s on the weekend.
Beautiful.
Come into Philadelphia. Do yourself a favor. Go see the zoo. Spend all day here.
And shoot back, right? Catch
And then
it.
shoot back. Exactly. You won't be disappointed. It's a great area. It'll be a great venue for the
Right.
game. Normally we play in the Mayfair Center down on the other end of.
We're switching it up, right?
We're switching it up.
Switching it up.
Dailies has
Coming
been
in.
good to us.
And we want
you
to just
know,
return the favor.
And when you think about the NFL, after all this work with the NEFL, we started in early February. We're winding down, and then we're going to go into a period about 7 months where it's downtime.
It's
Really.
downtown.
Corey gets to reconnect
Right.
at home, spend some time with Casey. I get
Well-
to do some yard work. Everybody takes a different route. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the real NFL.
Right. It's
When the
off
season's
season.
over.
We
put
might
the cleats
we
away.
we might get one little get together, knock some
We
rust
get a
off,
few, but
the
it's
season is done. Yeah.
for
This
all
Saturday-
intents and purposes.
Right.
It's over.
We'll have a Pro Bowl
Right.
before the game, and
Yeah.
then
That's going to be fun.
That will be.
If for any reason,
I get to coach it.
bring your box.
And listen, if Ernie, if you watching, Damon, who lost the AFC Championship, can't make it, Ernie, you're the next in line. You will be coaching the AFC. So, you watching, get your team ready. NFC is in dark, AFC is in white. Pro Bowl, we get
Oh, I
to
didn't
run,
know that.
We
Good.
get, we
That's
get
good
the
information.
we get to run the board.
So you don't have
first.
to be dark offense, like just dark
No, yeah,
all the way across
all
the
the way
board.
across.
NFC dark, AFC light.
White. Yep. So
That's good that they'll be in the white. This way we could see the blood stains.
right. Well, the AFC won that game last year, so they won it. So I'm getting involved this year. I'm bringing it back for the NFC. Look out for that. So, Stack, anything else you might
I really
want
hope
to
you.
add?
Just want to encourage people. Forget about what you read. You're going to see the pamphlet. You're going to watch the Stat with Nat show. It's late. We've been drinking, so we're not as hyped as we normally are.
We are
But
hyped.
trust me, at the game, it's going to be an extravaganza. We always have a big screen going. We're able to get some mics, so we're going to be. We've got an extra announcer. We always have a good refereeing and spotting crew.
Mm-hmm.
The Kings really come through. The committee comes through. We always get a couple extra people on cameras. Hopefully, we'll get some neighborhood press
Oh,
here.
yeah, some press. Yeah, I got to
And
beat the
exactly.
payment for that. So, like I say, Saturday, a couple days
If
away.
you can make it, if you can't, hey, that's your decision. But if you can, I would encourage you to be here, show some fellowship and support, not only for the league, but these two fine coaches who have
Right.
reached the
Father
pinnacle
and son.
of success.
Can't
So-
top that.
We look forward to a great game this Saturday, June 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Game will start.
The Super Bowl will probably start about 1-ish, maybe close to 2,
Pro Bowl will
Yeah.
start around,
11,
wow,
maybe
while the
noon.
interviews
Noon.
are going on and all.
Yeah, right. So we got a full day.
Yeah.
Stacking that is going to be busy.
Mm.
That's why we're here Tuesday night. I'm beat. Got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
He only
which is about
started
5.
eating just the other day. I mean,
Right.
he's
So that's it, folks. Stack with Nat show. We about to wrap it up. I'm Corey National Johnson. That's my man, Smokestack Scott.
peace.
Daly's Pub.